Don't follow trends. Take that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20. He will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Walker to start the drive.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Fournette once more on second down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Succop missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Six yards left on 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Walker now at 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check it.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And that'll make the score 14-0. Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Darnold. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Logan Ryan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw is Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown in this opening
quarter.
And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
21-0 our score after one. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Darnold rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys able to watch the highlight reels from this one, the better.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll
they'll just get rid of it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To the air again, Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes this 35-0 now. It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. It's Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Faking the give, Darnold. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jarrett Wilson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, where this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, 66. 50. Out.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Hey, check it.
They'll look to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive-by-drive.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, go! Jacket, reload!
Again, it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. The 20, 10, 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Darnold now to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 34-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Darnold to throw again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Under pressure, Trask, and down he goes.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
From the gun, Trask.
20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Trask. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
On first down, it's Darnold. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Here's Darnold. He lets it fly from Lockett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. Again, Darnold. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Darnold's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. The 40, 30, past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. To throw again on second down. Trask. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
That's caught at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a console, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And it's caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth, the flag. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
First down throw for Trask.
He's got a man, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.